Hello, everybody. Scooty number 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 16-5 Chicago Cubs taking on the 7-14 Colorado Rockies. This is game 2 of a 2-game series between the Cubs and the Rockies. Cubs winning the last one. Rockies looking to come back to split the series up. But will they do it? We'll find out in 9 innings time. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. Leading off the second baseman, Mike Frontnote. Batting second, the shortstop, Ryan Thurot. Batting third, the first baseman, Derek Lee. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the third baseman, Amaris Ramirez. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Darryl Ward. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Mark DeRosa. Batting seventh, the catcher, Giovanni Soto. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Felix Pye. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Jason Marquez. On the mound for the Rockies, it is Aaron Cook. Comes into today's game with a 2.82 ERA. 1 win, no loss. He's pitched 28 2/3 of an inning, allowed 27 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 6 walks. We're here at Coors Field, which gives a -1 to strikeouts, but nothing to walks and nothing to home runs. And with that, Frontnote steps up walks over to the batter's box. Home plate umpire dusts it off, and we're ready to go. Frontnote batting a .462, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, home run chance on a 1-12. That is a 1. He needs a 10 or less. It's a 6, and Frontnote starts this game off with a solo shot out of the park. Touch 'em all. Frontnote sends it down the left field side. Holiday goes back, but that ball is into the bleachers. Solo home run for Mike Frontnote. First home run of the game, but his second of the replay. Cubs are on the board, 1-0 here in the top of the first. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Colorado Rockies. Holiday out there in left field. Posnick will be in center. Holpie will be out there in right field. Going around the horn, we've got Atkins on third. Tolutsky will be at short. Barnes will be on second. Hilton at first. Anita will be behind the plate. And Cook will be on the mound. Ryan Thurot batting a .370, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. 3-2, column 3, row 2. It's going to be a ground ball to Tolutsky. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 1 away. Derek Lee up. Lee batting a .350. And that is going to be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a blank. Now, we consider that a blank right now because Aaron Cook has not faced his allotted number of batters. 2-2, column 2, row 2. And that is going to be a fly ball back there to Posnick. And that'll be 2 away. Didn't even have to move it. He just had to take a few steps forward, and it went plop into his glove. Next up, Amaris Ramirez. He's batting a .321. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a blank. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a single out there into left field. And with that, Ramirez is on with a base hit. Strategy roll is a 5, and with 2 outs, we add a +1 to the base run rating. Infield is at normal depth. Darrell Ward batting a 211, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2, that is a blank. 3-1, column 3, row 1, ground ball to Barnes to second base. Barnes will make the catch, and that will retire the inning, retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Cubs. Go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. Leading off the center fielder, Scott Posnick. Batting second, the second baseman, Clint Barnes. Batting third, the first baseman, Todd Hilton. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Matt Holliday in the cleanup position. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Garrett Atkins. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Brad Hallpie. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Batting eighth, the catcher, Chris Anita. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Aaron Cook. On the mound for the Cubbies, it is Jason Marquez. He's comes into the game with a 2.70 ERA. 1 win, no loss. He's pitched 20 innings, allowed 15 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 8 walks. Posnick batting a 231, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is a strikeout. Now, Posnick being a left-handed batter, so in the pitcher card we will look to the left-handed side of the slash. Strikeout range is on a 1 to 8. The 19 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's going to be a single to DeRosa. So smack a single out there in the left field, and the Rockies lead off with a base hit. Start off with a base hit. Taking a look at the defense here for the Cubbies, DeRosa will be out there in left field, Pye in center, Ward at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Ramirez on third, Thierat will be at short, front note at second, Lee is on first, Soto behind the plate, and Jason on the mound. Strategy roll is an 18, and that is going to be a sacrifice bunt attempt. Infield at double play depth, Clint Barnes batting a 200. 1-4, column 1, row 4. Strikeout on a 1 to 4. The 19 is too high, and that is a successful sac bunt. Bunts it down the third baseline to Ramirez. And then on the D20, it is a good bunt on a 1 to 10. So 1 out, and Posnick will get over into scoring position. That's going to bring up Todd Hilton. Hilton batting an 282. Strategy rolls a 13. And that is going to be a 6-3. Column 6, row 3. Possible error. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a double to DeRosa. Jason being a right-handed pitcher, so on the batter card, we look to the right-handed side of that slash. Error range for DeRosa is on a 1 to 6. That is an 11. And the Rockies tie the game up at 1. RBI double by Todd Hilton. And that is going to bring up Matt Holliday. Holliday batting a 346. Strategy roll is a 14, and here is the pitch. and that'll be a 2-4. Column 2, row 4. It's a wild pitch on a 1 to 14. It's a wild pitch. 15 to 17 is a passed ball. It's a 3. It's a wild pitch. Hilton will move over to third. Infield playing in. Strategy roll is a 14. 1-2, column 1, row 2, double star 6. That's going to go fly ball back there to Ward. Ward making the catch. And now we'll check for the sacrifice fly, for a sac fly. That is a 2, so that failed this. However, it is a 6. The lead runner will advance. So it failed on this. However, when we check for runner advancement, it's a 6. That is a 1. And the lead runner advances. Ball caught to the cutoff, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So the Rockies take a 1-run lead here. It's 2-1. Garrett Atkins batting a .388, and here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a walk. On a 1 to 7, the 19 is too high. 5-4, column 5, row 4, double star 3, ground ball to front note. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and none left on for the Rockies after 1. It's Rockies 2, Cubs 1. We go to the top of the second. Mark DeRosa, Giovanni Soto, and Felix Pye due up. Mark DeRosa batting a .290, and the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, home run on a 1 to 18. The 18 is in range. Do we have a 13 or less? It's a 20. It's too high. 2-6. Column 2, row 6. Ground ball to Tulutsky. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 1 away. Giovanni Soto batting a .419. Soto with a 2-1 off of Aaron Cook's card. That's a home run chance again. 2-1. On a 118, the 14 in range. It's a 14 or less. That is a 13. That ball is out of here. As that ball goes down the left field side, Holiday once again goes back chasing it, but stops short of the wall. That ball is into the stands. Solo home run by Giovanni Soto. Touch 'em all. And we have a tie ball game. We're tied at 2. Felix Pye batting a .313. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Strikeout on a 1 to 15. The 16 is too high. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Single to Holiday. And Pye will get on with a base hit. 1 out, runner on first. Strategy roll is a 14. Jason Marquez batting a .250. Infield playing double play depth, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a base hit down the first baseline past Hilton. Pye will go to second, but does he pick up the extra base? Does he go to third? He advances from first to third on a base run rating of a 2 through 6. His base run rating is a 3. He'll pick up the extra base. And with that, we now have runners on the corners. Runners on the corners, and we go to the top of the order. Mike Frontnote who is 1 for 1 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 15. Cubbies a standing pat. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a blank. Fret note. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Fly ball back there to Hall Pie. Hall Pie makes the catch. That is an out. We'll check for the sacrifice fly. That is a 1. The 6 is high, so we'll check the other chart. And with this, it is a 1, so that's a 3. The lead runner will advance on both of these. And let's see, trailing runner, that is a 1, that is a 3. If the roll is high on the trailing runner, he'll hold. Marquise will hold, but Pie scores. And the Cubs flip the scoreboard. It's now 3-2 Cubs. Two outs, runner on first, and Ryan Thurot is up. He's batting a .365. Strategy roll is a 9. Infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Range play at the ballpark. Anytime you roll and the result is the at symbol on the pitcher card, you'll resolve the play using the ballpark card. In this case, we're also making it a range play, so we are going to check the first number of the defense. Out there, 1-3, column 1, row 3 is a double star 5. Ground ball to Barnes. Now, Barnes' range is on a 1-4. That is a 1. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. Brad Hallpie, Troy Tulutsky, and Chris Anita due up for the Rockies. Brad Hallpie batting a .323, and here is the pitch. Bottom of the second, 6-5, column 6, row 5, double star, double question mark, double star, and a 1-13. The 14 is too high. Now, when you roll the double question mark, that is the only one you still follow, even when the pitcher is not tired. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Line drive up the middle to Jason. Jason will make the catch, throw it over to Lee, and that'll put 1 away. Troy Tulutsky batting a .221. And the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That is a blank. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Ground ball down the third baseline. Ramirez will get it. Throw it over to Lee. And that is out number 2. Chris Anita batting a .125. 3-2, column 3, row 2. Hit by pitch. Marquise will give a +3. That makes it a 20 off of Chris's card. That is a 5, and he'll get hit by the pitch. And with that, the umpire warns him not to do it again. Aaron Cook batting a .167. 2 outs, runner on first. Strategy roll is a 6. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a walk on a 1-4. The 12 is too high. For Cook, 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a fly ball back there to DeRosa. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and 1 left on for the Rockies after 2. It's Cubs 3, Rockies 2. We go to the top of the third. Derek Lee, Amiris Ramirez, and Darryl Ward due up for the Cubs. Derek Lee 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That is a blank. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a single out there in the right field. And Derek Lee will lead off with a base hit. Amaris Ramirez up. He's 1 for 1. Strategy roll 17, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a walk. On a 1 to 14, that is a 2. That will be a walk for Ramirez. So Lee will go over to second, Ramirez on first. Strategy roll now as Darryl Ward comes up as a 13. Nothing there. Infield still at double play depth. Darryl Ward is 0 for 1. And here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a walk. On a 1 to 12, that is a 7. And they'll load the bases. That is his second walk allowed in this game, and that's going to bring up Mark DeRosa. 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 5. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is a blank. DeRosa. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Ground ball up the middle to Cook. He'll make the catch. Now, are they going to go for the double play? They are. And with that, with the bases loaded, that is a 1. That's going to be a 4 on the double play there. If the roll is less than or equal to the ground double play rating, it becomes a double play. That is a 4. That is a 3. It's a double play. So they'll get DeRosa out at home. Derek Lee is out at home. DeRosa out at first. It is a 1-2-3 double play. That is a very rare double play, a 1-2-3 double play there. That is a 5 on the strategy die. 2 outs, runners now on second and third as they advance up. Giovanni Soto, 1 for 1 today with a home run, a run, and an RBI. And the pitch, 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is a blank. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Ground ball to Atkins. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Cubs will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the third. And it's the top of the order for the Rockies. Scott Posnick, Clint Barnes, and Todd Hilton due up for the Rockies. Posnick 1 for 1 today with a run scored. 6-5. The pitch, 6-5, column 6, row 5, double question mark. Double star on a 1 to 13. That is a 1. Now, on the double star off of the pitcher card, you're going to roll 1d6 to determine what the auto out will be. In the PC game, it'll randomly do that. And that is a fly ball back to the center field. Pye will get underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 1 away. Clint Barnes batting a 200, and here is the pitch. Barnes, 6-2, column 6, row 2. That is a walk. On a 1 to 6, the 10 is too high. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a pop-up down the third baseline. Ramirez will come underneath it. Jason's pointing at it. And that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Todd Hilton, who is 1 for 1 with a double, a run, and an RBI. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a blank. Hilton. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Smacks a ground ball to front, note to second base. He'll get it. Throw it over to Lee. And that will retire the side. So the Cubs retire the Rockies in order, 3 up, 3 down. No, and none left on. We go after 3. It's Cubs 3, Rockies 2. We go to the top of the 4th. Felix Pye, Jason Marquez, and Mike Fretnut due up. Felix Pye 1-for-1 with a run scored. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. Pie. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Double star 6, ground ball to the shortstop, to Tolutsky. He'll get it, throw it over to Hilton. And that is out number 1. Barnes, by the way, who made that range play, he's 2-for-4. He's 50%. He's committed only 2 errors so far in the replay. Jason Marquez is up. He's 1-for-1 today. 6-1, column 6, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-13. The 15 is too high. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Pop up down the first baseline. Hilton sees it, gets underneath it, makes the catch, and that puts 2 away. We go to the top of the order. Mike Fretnut, 1-for-1 with a home run, a run, and 2 RBIs. 6-6, column 6, row 6. Possible error on a throw. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Ground ball to Barnes. Error range is on a 1-7. That is a 2. Barnes throws it away. It's a throwing error. It's an E4. It's a 1 base error committed by the second baseman. And Fretnut will get on with by an E4. And that's his 3rd error committed of the replay. Ryan Thurrott is up. He's 0-for-3. Cubs keep the inning alive. Strategy rolls a 13. And that is going to be a 4-4. Column 4, row 4 is a strikeout on a 1-4. The 19 is too high. 5-6, column 5, row 6, double star 5, ground ball to Barnes. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And 1 error, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Matt Holliday, Garrett Atkins, Brad Hallpie due up for the Rockies. Matt Holliday, RBI, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a blank. 1-1, column 1, row 1. Line drive right to Fretnut. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Lee, and that'll be out number 1. 1 away. Garrett Atkins, 0-for-1, and here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's a range play. Whose range on the Cubs are we checking? 1-3, column 1, row 3. It is a single to Thurrott. His range is on a 1-3. It's a 5. Thurrott goes for it, but it bloops off his glove. And with that, Atkins will get on with a base hit. Atkins on first. Thurrott is now 2-for-4 on his range plays. Brad Hallpie, who is 0-for-1, steps up. Strategy rolls a 16. Rockies holding off. Infield double play, depth with 1 out. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is a strikeout on a 1-13. That is a 3. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that's going to bring up Troy Tolutsky, 0-for-1, and here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a blank. 1-3, column 1, row 3. It's a fly ball back there to DeRosa. DeRosa will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Rockies will leave 1 stranded. We go to the after 4. It's Cubs 3, Rockies 2. We go to the top of the 5th. Derek Lee, Amaris Ramirez, and Daryl Ward due up for the Cubbies. Derek Lee, 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3, strikeout on a 1-8, the 6. In range, struck him out. And that is the first strikeout by Aaron Cook in this game today. Amaris Ramirez, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double question mark, double star on a 1-9. That is a 20. Outside of the range there to 6. Column 2, row 6. Fly ball back there to Posnick. He'll make the catch. And that'll be out number 2. Daryl Ward, 0 for 1, walked his last time up, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6, range play. This time it's a Rockies range play. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Posnick ranges on a 1-3. It's a 3. Posnick will make the catch, and that would have been good for a single. As the Rockies retire the Cubs in order, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Chris Anita, Aaron Cook, and Scott Posnick due up for the Rockies. Anita batting a 125, and here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. It's a strikeout on a 1-12. That is a 7. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away, and that's going to bring up Aaron Cook, 0 for 1 today, and here is the pitch. We're going to let Cook take the hit again here. 6-3, column 6, row 3. Possible error. Now on an error check, remember, that is the number in the brackets that we are checking for the error. That is their error range. It is a 6-5, column 6, row 5. Up the middle to Marquez. He'll make the catch. He has no error rating, so it's just a regular catch there, and that'll be out number 2. We go to the top of the order, Scott Posnick. As the order flips over, he's 1 for 2 with a run, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. It's a wild pitch. It's going to be a foul ball, as Posnick will smack it into the stands, and that is going to be a re-roll. 3-5, column 3, row 5. It's a strikeout on a 1-9, on a 1-8. The 9 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Hits a blooper out there into left field. And Posnick is on with a base hit. Clint Barnes, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 13. Rockies holding off. 3-4. Column 3, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-9. That is a 6. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left on. After 5, it's Cubs 3, Rockies 2. We go to the top of the 6th. Mark DeRosa, Giovanni Soto, and Felix Pye due up for the Cubbies. Mark DeRosa, 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a strikeout on a 1-8. The 14 is too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's going to line drive to Barnes. He'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Giovanni Soto, who is 1 for 2 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5, range play at Coors Field. 1-6, column 1, row 6. It is a single to Barnes. His range is on a 1-4. It's a 2. Barnes will make the catch. And he had a hustle to it. He's now 3 for 5 on his range plays. Felix Pye, 1 for 2 with a run scored. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a walk on a 1-8. The 16 is too high. Pye. 6-6, column 6, row 6. Fly ball to Holiday. Holiday will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. As the Cubs go down in order, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Todd Hilton, Matt Holiday, and Garrett Atkins due up for the Rockies. Todd Hilton, 1 for 2 with a double, a run, and an RBI. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a strikeout on a 1-7. That is a 4. Struck him out. Jason Marquez, by the way, can face 6 more batters before he's considered tired. Matt Holiday, 0 for 1 with an RBI. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a walk on a 1-14. The 15 is too high. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Fly ball back there to DeRosa. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Garrett Atkins, 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 1 for 2, sorry. He's 1 for 2 today. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a blank. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Power hit to Pye. So, and a right-hander pitcher, on a 1-9, it's a single. 10 will make it a double. 11-13 will be a triple. And 14 through 20, it's a flyout. It's a 15. Pye goes back to the warning track, makes the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, as the Cubs return the favor and retire the Rockies in order. After 6, Cubs 3, Rockies 2. We go to the top of the 7. Jason Marquez, Mike Frontnote, and Ryan Thurrott due up for the Cubbies. Excuse me there, chat. Jason Marquez, 1 for 2. Taking a look here at Aaron Cook, he can face 2 more batters, so most likely this is going to be his last inning. Marquez is going to take the hit. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That is a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6, and Marquez will lead off with a single down the third baseline. And Marquez is on with a base hit. Top of the order, as the order will flip over, Mike Frontnote, 1 for 2 with a home run, a run, and 2 RBIs on the day. Strategy roll is an 8. Cubs holding off. Infield at double play depth. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a strikeout on a 1-9. The 7 in range. Struck him out. And with that, Cook now tired. So that means if we roll a 4-2, a 3-3, or a 6-3, we'll have to go to the bullpen. Right now, the bullpen for the Rockies is starting to get warmed up. Ryan Thierat 0 for 3. Strategy roll 10. Cubs still holding off. 2-6, column 2, row 6. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? 1-5. Double star 3. Ground ball to Tulutsky. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 4. He can't make the play. It's going to be a single. Marquise will go to second, and the stop sign will go up. He would have he would have gone from first to third on a base run rating of a 5 through 6. He has a 1, so he'll hold. They're going to give him, they're going to give him a couple more batters. Still got a little bit gas left in the tank. He's letting them know. He gives them the nod. And with that, Tulutsky, he's 3 for 8 on his range plays. Derek Lee, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. His strategy roll 17, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. And here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a double to Posnick out there into center field. 1 run will score. Thierat goes to third. The die roll is a 6. And on a 6 or higher, runners advance. There is no throw. So Thierat will score as well. And it's 5-2. The Cubs now have a 3-run lead over the Rockies. And with that, here comes the skipper to take the baseball away, though having that important meeting on the mound. The infield will come in. They'll send off Cook as he'll take the ball away. And with that, they're going to bring in Steven Register. We have not seen him in a long time. Register gets the call up to try to finish off the inning. However, Aaron Cook still responsible for Derek Lee on the mound. He's pitched 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, no hits, and no walks. Take a look at the stats here for Aaron Cook. He went 6 1/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 3.60. And with that, Ramirez is up. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Strategy roll is a 17, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? 5-2, column 5, row 2, double star 1. Fly ball to Holiday. His range is on a 1-3. It's a 5 outside of the range. It's going to be good for a double. Lee will score. It's now 6-2 Cubs. Ramirez with an RBI double. Darryl Ward 0 for 2 with a walk. And here is the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 10. The 8 in range struck him out. And that'll be 2 away. Mark DeRosa up now. DeRosa, who is 0 for 3. And here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 8. That is a 3. Struck him out. And sing, take me out to the ball game. Three runs, 4 hits, no errors, and the Cubs will leave one stranded. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Brad Hallpie, Troy Tulowitzki, and Chris Anita due up for the Rockies. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here at Coors Field. Chicago came out strong. They scored a run in the first, 2 in the second, 3 right now in the top half of the 7th. 6 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Rockies only scored 2 runs in the first inning, and they've been held to 2 ever since. 2 runs on 4 hits, and they've committed 1 error. 14 hits so far between both teams in today's game. Brad Hallpie, Troy Tulowitzki, and Chris Anita due up for the Rockies. Most likely this is going to be Marquis' last inning to pitch. He can go 4 more batters before he's considered tired. 4-6, column 4, row 6, that is a blank. 3-1, column 3, row 1. And with that, Hallpie, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, will lead off with a double. Hallpie leads off with a double and gets on base. Troy Tulowitzki, who is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. Tulowitzki, 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. Infield at normal depth, 5-1, column 5, row 1. It's a single to Thurrott. Hallpie goes to third, and on a base run rating of a 3 through 6, he'll score. He gets the wave around. They'll wave him home, and it's now 6-3. The Rockies cut the lead down to 3. Chris Anita up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is an 11, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. Anita. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Double star 6. Fly ball back there to Ward. Ward comes in, eyes it up, makes the catch, and that puts 1 away. Steven Register not going to take the hit here. And they're going to bring in Ian Stewart. Stewart going to take the hit here. Runner on first, infield at double play depth. Strategy roll is a 9. Rockies holding off. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a blank. 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a single into center field. Tulowitzki, base run rating is a 1. We're going to roll for runner advancement. That is a 5. And it says if the roll is less than or equal to the ABR, he will advance. Otherwise, he'll hold. Tulowitzki holds. Uh, they're going to give him 3 more batters. However, Marquise is tired. So meaning if we roll a 5-1, a 1-4, or a 6-5 come up as a result of the dice, Marquise will go to the bullpen for the Cubbies. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a walk plus on a 1-20. The 13 in range. Now remember, on a walk plus, we add 10. So it's going to be a flat 10. Nothing from Coors Field from the walk range. And we have loaded bases. So with that, the Cubs are going to go to the bullpen. And they are going to bring in Carlos. Yep. Carlos Marlowe going to come in. Marlowe will come into the game with a 1.80 ERA. He has got 2 saves. He's pitched 10 innings, allowed 5 hits, 19 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Carlos does have a special K rating. We will talk about that when it comes into play. Jason Marquise went 6 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 3.80. However, he is responsible for the runners on base. Clint Barnes up, strategy roll is a 1, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. It's a range play. Now, special K comes into play. 19 outside of the range. 6-6, column 6, row 6, double star 4. That's a fly ball to Ward. His range is on a 1-2. That's a 1. Ward makes the catch. Takes the hit away. 2 outs. We're going to check for the sacrifice fly. That is a 0. 6 is high. And with that, the lead runner is thrown out. Tolutsky goes for home. Ward sees it. Guns it to Soto. Soto makes the catch. Ramirez slides in, but he's thrown out at the plate. He'll apply the tag. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. And all you can see is him looking up in disbelief. Has some words for the umpire as he'll walk off to the dugout. We do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Rockies. By the way, 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. After 7, Cubs 6, Rockies 3. Let's see. They're going to bring in Matt Hughes. Yep. That is his card. And yep, Matt Hughes will come into the game. Comes into the game with a 6.32 ERA. No wins and 2 losses. He's pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Steven Register, he went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and right now, no ERA. 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup for the Cubs. Giovanni Soto, Felix Pie, and Carlos Marlowe do up for the Cubbies. Soto 1 for 3 today with a home run, a run, and an RBI. However, the Rockies are going to make a couple changes here to their defense. Atkins coming out at third, and they're going to bring in Jeff Barker to take over there at right field. Seth Smith will take over at right field. So that is the changes there. Soto, 1 for 3, home run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double question mark, single and a 1 to 11. That is an 11. And Soto will lead off with a single. Felix Pie, 1 for 3 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. Pie, 4-5, column 4, row 5, walk on a 1 to 8. That is a 6. And that's going to be a walk. So runners in first and second. Marlowe comes up. Marlowe not going to take the hit here. And they're going to bring in Reed Johnson to pinch hit. Johnson batting a .356. And here is the pitch. Strategy rolls are turned off. And the reason they're turned off is we take the difference of the score. In this case, it's a 3-run game. We take that 3, add it to the inning we're in. And if the number we get is higher than 10, there is no strategy. Reed Johnson, 2-6, column 2, row 6, possible error. Remember, that is the number in the brackets. 1-3, it's a double to Holiday. Error ranges on a 1 to 3. That is a 9, no error committed there. 1 run will score. Pie will go to third. Stop sign goes up. It's 7 to 3, and the Cubs now have a 4-run lead. No outs, runners on first and second, and we go to the top of the order. Mike Frontnote, 1 for 3, home run, strikeout, run, 2 RBIs, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3, strikeout. I'm sorry, at the ballpark. 6-4, column 6, row 4, single down the first baseline to Hilton. He'll get on with a single, and with that, the Cubs have a 5-run lead now. Johnson goes to third, the stop sign goes up. He would have came home on a 4 through 6. It's an RBI signal by Mike Frontnote. Ryan Thurrott 1 for 4 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a walk on a 1 to 13. That is a 13, and they'll walk him. Bases are loaded. They're going to go out there and talk to Matt real quick on the mound. All right. See if that calmed him down a little bit. Derek Lee, 2 for 4 today with a double, a strikeout, a run, and 2 RBIs. No outs, bases loaded, 5-3. Column 5, row 3, that is a blank. 6-3, column 6, row 3, single down the first baseline to Barker. That'll score a run. Front note goes to third. He'll hold. He'll come home on a 5 through 6. Base run rating is a 3. And with that, they're going to go back to the bullpen, and they're going to bring in Manuel Copas to try to get out of the inning here. That is his card. Copas will come into the game with a 10.75. 1 win, no losses. 1 save. He's pitched 6 and 2/3 innings, allowed 13 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Ramirez, 2 for 3. Take a look at the stats here. Hughes, who gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 11.5. Ramirez, 2 for 3, 2-4. Column 2, row 4, strikeout. On a 1 to 6, the 13 is too high. 1-5, column 1, row 5, ground ball to Hilton. Are they going to go for the double play? They are. So with that, front note scores. Throwout will go to second. Double play range is on a 2. 0 from Tulutsky. It's shortstop, which is the pivot. So 0, 0. That is a 2. That is a 1. And they got the double play. So with that, 2 outs, runner on third, Darryl Ward. It's now 10-3 Cubs. Ward 0 for 3. They're going to let Ward take the hit. He's got to walk on a strikeout. He is. Ward 6-5. Column 6, row 5. Wild pitch on a 1 to 5. It's a wild pitch on a 6 to 7. It's a passed ball. 14, nothing happens. 2-2, column 2, row 2, ground ball to second base. Barnes makes the catch. And that will retire the side. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Cubbies. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Todd Hilton, Matt Holliday, Jeff Barker due up for the Rockies. And with that, they're going to bring in Michael. Here, that is his card. Cubs have a 7-run lead. Michael comes into the game with a 1.13 ERA, 8 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Carlos Marlowe, he went 2/3 of an inning, an ERA of a 1.68. Matt Hughes has an ERA now of 12.64. 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, and 2 walks. Todd Hilton, he's going to have to go up against Hilton, Holliday, and Barker for the Rockies. And with that, we do have a couple changes here. Right field, Ward. Ward will be played. Reed Johnson will take over at right field. Ronnie Sindo will take over at third. So we're going to do Sindo and Johnson. They're going to do the double switch. And that's going to bring up Todd Hilton. 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Coors Field. And that is going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6, single to front note. And with that, Hilton will get on with a base hit. Holiday 0 for 2 with an RBI. They're going to let Holiday take the hit. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That is a blank. Holiday. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Ground ball to Thurrott. Thurrott will make the catch. Double play rating, 0 + 1. Infield normal depth, nothing there. That is a 3. 6-3. 6-4-3 double play. That's a 3. That is a 3. Remember, if the roll is equal to or less than the ground double play rating, it's a double play. Their turn 2, and that's going to bring up Jeff Baker batting a .250. And here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a blank. Baker. 4-3, column 4, row 3. Ground ball up the middle to Michaels. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. After 8, it's Cubs 10, Rockies 3. We go to the top of the 9th. Mark DeRosa, Giovanni Soto, and Felix Pie due up. They're going to send Manuel Copas back out to the mound. Let's take a look at the box score of the game after 8 have been played here at Coors Field. Cubs scored a run in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the 7th, 4 runs in the 8th, 10 runs on 14 hits, and no errors. The Rockies, 2 runs in the first, a run in the 7th, 3 runs on 8 hits, and 1 error. DeRosa, 0 for 4. Is he going to take the hit? He is not. DeRosa not taking the hit. They're going to bring in Mitchell Hoppenpour. Hoppenpour going to come in to take the hit here. He's batting a .400. 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's a range play. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Ground ball to Hilton. His range is on a 1-5. It's a 1. He'll make the catch. And with that, Hilton, excuse me, he's 5 for 5. He's been perfect on his range plays. And that puts 1 away. Giovanni Soto, he's 2 for 4 with a home run, a run, 2 runs, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. It's a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Possible error on a ground ball. And that is going to be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. Double star 2. Ground ball to Barker. Error range for Barker is a 0. That is an 11. Barker will make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Felix Pie, 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs. And here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is a blank. Pie, 4-6, column 4, row 6. Single out there into center field. And with that, Pie will keep the inning alive. And with that, Henry Blanco going to come out there to take the pinch hit. Blanco batting at 267, 3-6. Column 3, row 6, strikeout. On a 1 to 8, the 10 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3, double star 2. Ground ball down the third baseline to Barker. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Seth Smith, Troy Tulowitzki, and Chris Anita due up. Rockies down by 7. It's 7 to tie, 8 to win. And with that, they're going to bring in Neil Kotz. That is his card. Right? And at left field, Patterson's going to take over at left field. All right. Kotz comes in the game with a 1.34 ERA. He's pitched 6 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Take a look at the stats here for Michael. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, and ERA of a 1.0. 6, 7, and 8 for the Rockies. Smith batting a 333. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 20. So remember, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to that range. We add 9. That's where we get the 20. Struck him out. Troy Tulowitzki, 1 for 3. RBI, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. Strikeout plus on a 1 to 15. That is a 6. Struck him out. And 2 up, 2 down. That's going to bring up Chris. He's 0 for 2. And he's not going to take the hit here. And they're going to bring in Ryan Spilborghs to pinch hit. He's batting at 233, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3, strikeout plus on a 1 to 20. That is a 16, and Kotz has struck out the side. And that is the ball game, folks, as the Chicago Cubs defeat the Colorado Rockies. Final score, 10 to 3. Final line score coming right up. So the Chicago Cubs defeat the Colorado Rockies 10 to 3. Cubs 10 runs on 15 hits and no errors. The Rockies 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Jason Marquez will get his second win of the season. Aaron Cook picks up his first loss. Giovanni Soto hits his 5th home run of the replay, and Mike Frontnote will hit his 2nd home run of the replay. Take a look at the stats here. Jason Marquez will pick up his 2nd win. He went 6 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 3.08. Neil Kotz, the last pitcher up for the Cubs, went 1 inning, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 1.17. Aaron Cook will pick up the loss. He went 6 1/3 as well. He had 9 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 3.86. And Manuel Copa is the last pitcher up for the Rockies. Went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, an ERA of an 8.28. So that's going to do it for us here at Coors Field, as the Cubs will improve to 17-5, and the Rockies will drop to 7-15. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on the way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooty007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.